August 24th, 2017. Didn't get out fishing this morning. The neighbor had a tree cut down and I couldn't get my boat out of the driveway. And now look at this, more storm clouds in Ontario. Never ends. I don't know what we're doing today at all. I know we need to run some bait out to the one bait site. I did buy some doe piss to use as a cover spray. I think they're on to me. So we're gonna try that, try and save that spot. We're gonna set up 3 new spots over the next couple weeks. As soon as Mark Hunter's done, he is at the, he's trying to qualify for Team Ontario this week. So best of luck, Mark. Hope you get them. Let's get this day started. You didn't think we were gonna miss out on one of these, did you? All right, before we do anything, Amber, forgetful Amber, messaged me saying she forgot her lunch at home. And if I could make her something for lunch, I found her the nicest thing we had in the freezer and I'm bringing to her at work. And then we're gonna get the day started. I'm telling you, she forgets everything all the time. She's worse than I am and I actually have an excuse for it. Here we are, the fish ladder at the mighty Ganaraska River. We're probably not gonna have the opportunity to fish today, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about fish. In the next couple weeks, the Ganaraska River is gonna become flooded with Chinook salmon, coho salmon, brown trout. If you've been watching online, going through the dam has been a ton of Atlantic salmon. Now, there's a huge issue in Port Hope with Chinook salmon because people come here, all the Lake Ontario tributaries, and they poach salmon. They catch them, they cut the guts out, take the eggs and throw them in the bushes. It's not acceptable. The town of Port Hope is fed up with this. I'm sure other municipalities and towns, it makes a mess. And people treat these Chinook salmon like they're garbage. Now, they're not. In Ontario, if you're a shore fisherman and you haven't got a lot of money for big fancy boats and rigs, you basically got salmon and you got carp. It's gonna be the biggest fish you can fish for. And if we keep having problems at the river, you're not gonna get to fish for them anymore. And neither am I, and neither are my kids. So it's important that you don't make a mess. Probably none of you guys, but if you see people doing this, you gotta tell them it's wrong. These are not garbage fish. They're big, beautiful Chinook salmon. There's a ton of fish in there and you're not gonna be able to see them with this camera, but I will go get the drone and we'll probably get an even better look. Now the other thing, what do you do if you see people poaching? Don't go up to them yelling and screaming and swearing at them and causing a scene because you're part of the problem. We don't need that in fishing. When there's problems in hunting and fishing, it doesn't just go back on that 1% of people causing problems. It goes back on all of us. Me, you, your friends, because we get grouped into this fishermen or hunters. Don't go up to somebody and start yelling and screaming. Go over politely. There's a good chance that they have no idea what they're doing. Help them out. Tell them what they're doing wrong. And if that doesn't work, simply just call the police. At some point, somebody's gonna mouth off to the wrong person and get killed down at the river, and then us as anglers, it's gonna cause problems, and it'll be us as anglers who are the problem. Be polite to people. Tell them what you know about fishing. If they don't listen, simply call the police. The police in Port Hope are more than trained to write tickets to people who are poaching. They'll help you out. Simply call and don't ruin this fishery for everybody or the fishery that's near your house. It's important that we have stuff like this. I hope you got to see the fish. It's really cool. There's not a ton of them in there yet, but they're coming. Just be respectful at the river. Be respectful to other anglers. Be respectful to the Chinook salmon. And for years and years and years to come, people will get to fish from shore on the great Ganaraska River. This is where I got started. I'm telling you, when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, it's all I had to fish was the Ganaraska River. The Chinook run made everything in my fishing career because it was big fish that I got to learn how to catch. In the mouth, don't snag, don't cut fish open, take the roe and leave them piled up on the riverbanks so that citizens run into it. because they'll put an end to fishing here. On a more positive note, let's get out there, check the deer bait. We're gonna lay down a little bit of corn. We're gonna put some cover scent on. Gotta figure this out. Having a good day. Fishing thing is not a negative. Spread the word. Fish morally. Don't make a mess of people's towns. Don't make them. I won't come to your river and make a mess. You don't come to my river and make a mess. Let's get on the road. Check the trail cams. No deer. Taking Emma to work now. What's up? You excited for your shift?
My what?
Your shift?
Yeah.
Your shift?
Always.
Always? She's taking tuna in my truck, which is disgusting. Stinks. Oh. All right, we're gonna take Emma to work and I'm gonna see if there's any Chinook. Maybe there's some fish. Maybe there's some fish down at the river that I can cast for. Because we're not taking the boat out today. Oh, you didn't shut the door. Oh.
Wait. It's on a hill.
Was it that hard?
Yeah.
Home from dropping Emma off. There was no plan today to fish at all. After I dropped her off, I swang by the pier on the Ganaraska and they were getting some fish off the pier. So decided to grab what little salmon gear I have and we're gonna go try to cast for them out of the bass boat. So here we go. I've caught some doing this in the past. It's really close to my house. And even if we don't get any, it was better than sitting around. It's time to go fishing. I don't know why anybody would want to mistreat one of these gorgeous Chinook salmon, whether it's in the river or in the lake. There it goes. That was awesome. Fish home. Got a drag screamer there. That fish just peeling one. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to try to keep her in the water as much as possible. That, my friend, is a beautiful fish. Beautiful. In the mess, let her regain her strength, and then we're going to let her go. Check that out. Alright, just about ready. One more quick look. Off she goes. There you go. I got him! hooked. Oh my God. That fish doesn't even know he's hooked. That's a big old female Chinook salmon. Throw it in the net. Beautiful way to end the night. Nice quick fight. That fish should have no problem getting back. Awesome fish. Nothing cooler than bass boat Chinook salmon. Just about ready. They're jumping all over the place. There she goes. Let her get her back, and then she can go spawn in the river. There you go. So cool. Home time. I made it home from another adventure. Man, for a guy who wasn't gonna fish today, that was ballin'. Oh my God, that was so much fun. I forgot how much fun it is to crankbait up Chinook salmon in the lake. Quickly, I'll show you what I was using. Corrado K, the new Corrado rod, medium action, run-of-the-mill bass stuff, great big, jointed plug, 30-pound braid. That's it. Basically what you would use to bass fish. You don't need some big fancy boat. Pick the conditions and you can get out there and catch them too. Second off, when those fish hit the river, don't abuse them. Don't abuse the river. When they're big, beautiful fish that you can catch from shore, that's affordable for everybody to go fishing for. Respect our resources. No problem with anybody keeping fish for roe. Just take the fish home. Don't leave it on the banks of the Ganaraska River where people will find it. Then people who don't hunt and fish complain, and then we have problems like we have now where they want to charge money for people to fish. Can't night fish in the river. And it'll just become more and more. So be respectful. Salmon are a beautiful thing. They die in the river and it's the cycle. I would like my kids to be able to go to the river when they're older and catch Chinook salmon the same way I did when I was a kid. So respect the fishery. Follow on Instagram. Tomorrow we're taking the day off because I got to do the blood thing. Awesome. I'm so pumped that I went out tonight. I was honestly going to stay home, but I am just so glad that I went out and caught some fish. It's not very often I catch anything on any kind of crankbait, so I'm pumped. Follow 35% off the Pier Fishing Store, discount code birthday for August. I think I got everything. We'll see you soon.